Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good everything. Welcome back to Tesla's Wild. If you're new here, my name is Colin. Thanks for stopping by. Please consider liking and subscribing below. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. One quick reminder, there's a comment pinned below with timestamps so you can hop through the video and view the portions most relevant to you. Today, we have a new Tesla Model 3 product review and install. So, I would like to thank the sponsors of today's video, Basenor. So they sell a Tesla Model 3 door seal kit on Amazon for $39.99. They sent me this kit to test out to see if it reduced interior cabin wind noise. So, yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to install this, we're going to check out its quality, we're going to do some measurements before and after to see if it reduces any of the noise that you experience inside of the cabin. So if this sounds interesting to you, make sure you stay tuned. Also, I do have a 20% off discount code for all of you upon checkout. So, some of you may have seen, I did a video on Tesla Model 3 wind noise reduction a long time ago, and I got this kit that installed in the upper glass here in the ridges or the gaps in between the glass and the frame, because there was a lot of theory that the wind noise was generated by the wind going over here. As you saw, that install was an absolute train wreck. I completely fucked it up. So that broke. Needless to say, I'd super glued it together and then it fell off and I couldn't find it. Anyway, so basically my car is back to square one as far as wind noise goes. So this is the kit from Basenor. So it is a door seal kit. It goes on the front doors, the A and B pillars, as well as the rear doors, and supposedly reduces wind noise inside of the cabin. We're going to get some measurements on the same stretch of highway. We're going to go one way 65 and then back the other way 65 with cruise control. We're going to install this and then we're going to go back and hit that same area and see if there's any reduction in noise. Hopefully. Alright, so first off, we do have the instructions, just saying what comes in the box. There's also a video installation instructions if you scan this QR code right here, contents, and some notes just to clean before applying this so that the adhesive sticks better. Okay, so as we saw, they have a bunch of cleaning wipes in here, and then we have each of the individual seals. So we have left rear door, right rear door, left front door, right front door, A pillar, and the B pillar. As we can see, these are all different types of seals, so they've already done the optimization and picking of them for you, which is pretty cool. They do have some adhesive that you just peel off and it sticks, so that's all good. It's all ready to go, so this is all very convenient for a good price as long as it does. Okay, so we are going to start with this driver's side rear door because those seals seem the easiest. So I did go through and clean this edge already. So it does go all the way basically down here and around all the way to the edge over there. One thing to be mindful of is the Model 3 does have these slits in the door, which is for like condensation or water or liquids that get inside of the door so that they can drain out. So you're going to want to do your best to make sure you keep it right on the edge of this slip so that these are not blocked. Inevitably, you know, it's going to block it from draining out of here. So you could cut slits in here, but, you know, it's up to you whether you want to do that or not. I thought I would mention it. These are here. Yeah, it's your choice. I am choosing not to, but I know a lot of people have commented about that in the past. So let's get this adhesion promoter on there and we'll get the seal on shortly. We do have the seal right here. So the other thing you're going to want to be aware of is that these are P seals, I believe, and you're going to want this lip to basically go and push as the door is closing, you want it to be kind of sealed like this. So that's how you wanted to install it. You could go this way, but that would serve no purpose. So yeah, you're going to want to go this way. Okay, so it looks like they do give you quite a bit of extra on here. That adhesion promoter actually works pretty darn well. Good news to everybody in the world, the scissors from 1942 have returned. Okay, cool. We do have that full P seal in now. Let's first show you what it sounds like to shut the door without the seal. Ooh, that sounds so much better. Such a more solid, clean sound. So it does still kind of show up in here, but it's doing exactly what it seems like it should be doing. It's brushing up against this wall and making a much better seal. So now we're going to install that side, which will be the exact same. So I'm not really going to show that to you, or if I do, it will be time-lapsed. So let's get started over there. All right, we are at the driver's side front door here. So this one comes already cut in a 90-degree angle. So I'm going to start at the corner. So I find it easiest to secure a big section exactly where you need it and then to go back. This way it gets perfectly lined up and there's nothing bleeding down. Because when you're doing these little micro stickings, it tends to be pretty wavy, whereas this will just become a pretty solid straight line in between each big chunk. Front door is all nicely done, and we just now have the other side and then the pillars. So I'm gonna get that other side installed and we'll be... All right, so I also want to do a sound shutting test on both the front doors as well. So my passenger side door does not have the seal yet, as you can see. And now we're gonna go listen to the driver's side door. To me, it's not as quite as defined as the rear doors. However, it's still much more solid sounding. Okay, so we're now moving on to the B pillars, which turns out is just this inner lip on the front of the back door. Pretty simple. They give you plenty of extra, it looks like, so that's good. And it is just a regular kind of like U seal. I don't really know if that's a thing, but yeah, it's like rounded but flat on one side. And that's it. So they give you plenty of extra. All right, so now we're gonna finish the driver's side door B pillar, and then we move the A pillars and we're done. Okay, so as per usual, I've saved the hardest for last. These are on the front doors, the A pillar as they call them. It just means that it's near the A pillar. So what we're gonna be doing is going along the inside of this. Now the problem with these is you've got the hinges and all this other crap in the way. So you've kind of gotta snake it through all of this, get it lined up, peel it off, and work your way down. So yeah, hopefully this goes well. Not really sure. Seems like it's gonna be a pain in the ass, but we all love pains in the ass on this channel because then you get to hear me curse. Also, we have a little baby deer visitor in the driveway straight ahead, if you can see that. Hey, little baby deer. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see, I've basically just snaked it down there. I think I'm gonna, start down there so that we can work our way up and cut it at the top. All right, driver's side is down. Whew, that was tough. Yeah, that's definitely the toughest one of them all, for sure. Don't know how well I got it on there either, how lined up it is, but good enough, I guess. Wow, okay, it actually worked out. Okay, yep, you can see him all the way through there. That's very nice. Okay, cool. Moving on to the last one, the passenger side front door. All right, so we just got done installing all of the door seals that supposedly help reduce wind noise in the Tesla Model 3 Performance. Any Tesla Model 3, sorry, just the Tesla Model 3. So we got them in the front doors, the rear doors, on the B pillar, quote unquote, and the A pillar, quote unquote. Basically, they're just other parts of the doors that they've labeled that are near those pillars. So now that we have these all installed, we're gonna go back out, do the exact same test. Hopefully we see some reduction in the noise levels in the car. As we saw about a 67 to 70 range, depending on which direction we were going. So as long as we get something less than that, I will be super happy. Also, the way that these doors shut now is awesome. It's just so solid. There's no rattles. It's beautiful. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over the results of our drives. We took this section from King Carroll to Kipling, which is about a mile and a half, and I started the dB meter over that time and just got an average reading over that time. So on the way to Kipling from Ken Carroll, on the way there, we had an average of 70 decibels and a maximum, like a peak, we hit like a bump or something, of 92. Now on the way back, we had an average of 68 with a max of 92. After installing the door seals, on the way there, from King Carroll to Kipling, we had an average of 68 and a max of 76. And on the way back, we had an average of 67 and a maximum of 76. So on the way from King Carroll to Kipling, we lost about 2 decibels. On the way from Kipling to King Carroll, we lost about 1 decibel. However, the maximums went way down. So now I don't know if this is just, it doesn't really help with like ambient noise while you're driving, but it does help with the louder things. I did notice that cars were much quieter, bumps were not nearly as jarring or as loud. It is definitively nicer to close the door. The sound that it makes is much more secure, solid, everything like that. This, coupled with the wind noise reduction kit on the roof, will definitely benefit you quite a bit. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please make sure to smash that like and subscribe button down below. As I said, I do have a 20% off discount code. Use Basenor20 when you check out to get 20% off of this kit. I would give it a recommend. It's very good. It's very easy to install. Ultimately, Tesla made the decision to use single pane glass on this car, so there's always going to be so much noise coming in, but there are things you can do to mitigate it, and this is one of them. Definitely worth it. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. As always, I've got a lot of new content coming your way, so make sure you stay tuned, and we will see you guys next video.